Okay, so I'm actually trying to vlog this trip a lot better, so this is gonna be a week in my life. I am traveling to Amsterdam. I just got to the Denver airport. My dad dropped me off. I didn't cry. Denver airport security actually looks relatively not that bad. Made it through Denver airport security, which in the past that has been absolutely crazy. It's so busy here, but it took like 20 minutes. My dad had to drop me off early because our car broke down and he has to drive all the way back to Kansas to get it, so that sucks. Because now I'm here for 3.5 hours. It's fine. I think I'm gonna take an edible because I got that past airport security. So I'm also like working on exposure therapy, and I am going to be talking to my camera a little bit better. I can't believe I'm doing this because normally this kind of shit just gives me so much anxiety, but like, look, I'm doing it, and like no one really gives a fuck. So I'm gonna get better at vlogging if it kills me. Good morning, Amsterdam. I just got to Amsterdam. My flight was actually pretty good. I had a whole row to myself, which I don't think has ever happened in my entire life. So like, I spread out. I like laid full down, and it was great. Now I look like a greasy rat, and I would love to freshen up because actually this first part of this trip, I am staying with this girl that I have a massive crush on. I met her in Peru very briefly, and now I'm staying with her. And I would like to not smell like shit when I show up to her house. So I need to do that. I need to buy a train ticket because I'm going to Utrecht, not Amsterdam. And then she also invited me to go to like a rave thing tonight. So I'm anxious as fuck about that, but yeah, whatever. Okay, vlog, I have a major update. It is day 2, my first like full day in Utrecht. Yeah, so last night, you know, I met the girl that I was supposed to be meeting with, and I'm staying here for a few days, and I had mentioned that, you know, was whatever, interested in her. Yeah, I don't think that is going to develop anywhere for many reasons. As we were falling asleep in the same bed last night, she was talking about how she was in love with this man, and how he tragically broke her heart and all this kind of stuff, and it was really sad, and I felt really sorry for her. Like, I think we'll be friends, but she was saying how she wasn't ready to get into relationships and how she shouldn't. She's also into like ethical non-monogamy, which again, nothing against that, but for my first queer relationship, I don't think I could handle that. Actually, I know I couldn't handle that. So yeah, I don't know. I guess that's good that I recognize that. We went to like a rave techno thing last night. It was genuinely the most European thing that I've ever done in my entire life. Just a tiny ass room bumping techno music, and it was good, but yeah, it was super European. And I was just so tired just because, you know, I'd just gotten off a plane. I was jet lagged. I slept till noon today, and now it's 1 and I'm just now getting out. My friend, the girl, she texted me and she said that we're gonna have dinner at her friend's place, but she's not gonna be able to show up till a lot later, so I'm going to go to her friend's by myself, I guess. I don't know. I guess I can do that because it's similar to like meeting people at hostels for the first time. It's not like I know them either, and you develop friendships quickly, so I'm just gonna go do that. Right now I'm walking to like an e-bike, which like biking scares me. I'm typically just a walker, but I'm pretty sure the city center of Utrecht is like kind of far away from here, but there's no bike directions. Moral of the story is I'm gonna go get lost on a bike, and hopefully I don't get like hit by a car or crash said bike, because I'm also not very good at biking. The same bike that I rode last night, so the seat should be in the right spot. Okay, so I found like the city center, or at least like where the old buildings look nice and it's not like super new. I had to park my bike because it was like running out of batteries, so now I am just gonna walk, but at least I'm closer to like this. I don't know, looks prettier. I like desperately need to find food because I have not eaten today, but if I'm being honest, I get so anxious walking into restaurants when I don't know the language. I get anxious walking into restaurants in general, so I'm gonna attempt to do that. Okay, I found a restaurant to sit at. My problem with things like this is like I never know if they're gonna come take my order. There's not even a menu at this table. They told me to sit wherever. I feel like places where they don't have a tipping service, the service is bad. Unfortunately. Like I just don't know what to do. And now it's giving me anxiety. Okay, in my attempt to be better at blogging, I did want to talk about something. Just because I feel like people get this misconception that people that travel full-time or travel at all are just like these go with the flow, like people that just like don't have anxiety and mental health problems and that kind of stuff. And I just wanted to like bring awareness to that. Like mental health looks so different on so many people. For starters, I'm autistic, so I'm on the spectrum. I have ADHD. I struggle really deeply with social anxiety, so like travel is not the easiest thing for me. Like it doesn't come all that easily, but I love it. And, like right now I'm really struggling because obviously I had so much anxiety about my first like gay experience potentially with this girl that I'm staying with, and I don't think anything's gonna come of it, but I'm struggling to eat, which is another thing that like how my autism manifests. I really deal with not totally understanding hunger, just like not being really picky about what I'm eating. So like I'm not a huge foodie. Like you're never going to come to my page and like want to get food recommendations. Like that is not something that you'll ever get from me, unfortunately. So I haven't been eating as much. I'm really shaky, I'm really anxious, I'm nauseous. Like overall, like I'm just like not doing that good. Like it gives me anxiety to go sit at a place and like ask for a table when I don't speak the language. I'm getting better, but like I do struggle. Like I feel like social media obviously is fake, and like you see one thing and you just assume you know everything, which is, yeah, it's not the case. So I'm trying to not get hit by a car. I really am just trying to like put myself out there more and just like push through that anxiety, which again a lot of people disagree with exposure therapy, because to me it's like not exposure therapy, because no matter how much I push myself, like the level of anxieties are just very similar. They're kind of the same, unfortunately. So it's like not really exposure therapy, it's just more like I want to travel, so I'm going to muster up the courage to do so. I think I'm gonna go down there. I don't know. I can't believe places like this exist. I also think that like for my mental health, like actually it's easier to be in places that are not America, because like a lot of autistic people have had this realization, because like when you're masking, you're expected to know just like how to behave, like what are the normal expectations in our own society. So when you go to another society, like it is a bit different. It's a bit different to be in another country where you don't know the societal expectations, so it feels like you can unmask a lot easier, which is why I love traveling so much. I love feeling irrelevant in a place, if I'm being honest, even though I'm technically irrelevant in the United States too, but it feels nice to feel extra irrelevant. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, it's only my first day, so like I need to get it together. Good morning vlog. It is day 3 or whatever, and jet lag is kicking my ass way more than I thought it would. Last night I didn't go to bed till like 3 a.m. so I slept till like 11, which is so unlike me. I'm such a morning person. I never sleep past like 8:30, so the fact that I slept till 11 is pretty crazy. I took a shower and now I'm just going to do my makeup on my friend's bed. And then I think I'm gonna go to a coffee shop and do some work. I don't know what you want to call, probably edit, maybe read. I don't know. I'll just kind of walk around and explore. I don't know. It's what's great about solo travel is like you can do whatever you want. Like this person is like, you should go do this, you should go do that, you should go to a new city, you should hop on a train, blah blah blah. But as an autistic solo traveler, I like really have to recognize my needs and like not push it too much, or else I'm gonna have meltdowns, burnouts, stuff like that I don't want to have. So I think I'm just going to go ride a bike, walk around, smoke a little bit, read, I don't know, stuff that I want to do. So that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. I'm also watching Love is Blind. Going to interrupt my Love is Blind watching to tell you also that I am going to Brussels on Saturday. It's Thursday, so I'm really excited about that. Never been to Belgium, so I'm gonna be checking off. I think that'll be country number 18 for me, so that's really exciting. Brussels, and then I'll probably go to Bruges. I don't know if that's how you say it. And then I'm going to Antwerp because I'm going to go see Louis Tomlinson in Antwerp, and I'm so fucking excited. I am finally going to start my day. It is 2:15. I ate a pre-made salad for lunch, and I think I'm gonna go to a coffee shop, like an actual like smoke coffee shop, just because I don't know, maybe it'll help get my appetite back. My appetite is like fucked since I've been over here. And then I would love to do some like writing, some journaling. I haven't journaled at all since I've been over here, and I have a lot to journal about. Yeah, I'm just gonna try and keep busy today. Gonna go explore, walk around, get a postcard. That is what I need to do. I go to get a postcard every city I go to, so I'm gonna get a postcard. I'm gonna go ride a bike to get there because it's kind of far away. Like I'm not super central to things, which is whatever. But yeah, that's my plan for today. Let's go. Okay, if you're in Utrecht, I can't say Utrecht right. Like I don't have that. My voice doesn't do that. I'm American. But these bikes, they are the Tier e-bikes. You just download the Tier app. They're great. I actually don't know how much they cost. I just rode like 15 minutes and it cost me like €5. So that's pretty good. I'm gonna walk the rest of the way though, just because like you have to park it at a specific like parking thing, and I just like don't know how common they are. Like I don't want to run out of battery, and I also don't want to get somewhere where I have to like go out of my way to find a parking. Okay, in bad vlogging fashion, I did not film myself going and getting a random tattoo, but I did just that. I will show you said random tattoo because I didn't film it. Which is fine, whatever. Yeah, I just walked past this tattoo place and they had like those get what you get, like gumball machine type things. I've never done one of them. They were €50. Good morning, and by good morning I mean it is almost 5 p.m. Oh my god, it is 4:40. I was supposed to have like an interview thing at 2 for a World Packers position. Because I was anxious about it, I kind of wanted to just get out of the way because it's like a month-long volunteer experience in Switzerland, which sounds fucking incredible. Very excited about it. And then it was raining, and then I woke up late, and the girl that I'm staying with wanted to go bouldering in the morning. I just didn't want to do that. Honestly, even though it's the 3rd day into my trip, it's brought up a lot of emotions about what it's like to travel as an autistic person. I'm just gonna sit on these chairs and like be outside and like look at the canal. Like I think that's like a fine way to spend my day. I have a little bit of a joint left, and then yeah, I'm gonna vlog, and then I'll probably listen to a podcast while I sit here for a little bit until she gets home. But I kind of, yeah, just wanted to talk about like what it's like to travel as an autistic person, because again, all these emotions are already being brought up for me. As an autistic person, I cannot travel like an autistic person. Like it's just not possible. As much as I try, and it's incredibly frustrating, it makes me feel guilty, it makes me feel like shit a lot of the times. It makes me insecure, because like a lot of things that I want to do and things that I feel like I should be able to do, I just like mentally and physically cannot, which is like quite difficult. For instance, she wants to go out to an illegal rave in Amsterdam tonight, and I was like, what time are we gonna be back? Like what's the, like I just can't do that. Not only do I just like dislike techno music, I find it incredibly overwhelming. She doesn't drink, so like I don't think I could do that sober. Just honestly kind of a lot, and every day she's just like, what are you gonna do today? Like you should go do this, like you should go to the city, you should go do that. And like to me, like travel is like so much more than just about like seeing the sights, doing all that stuff. To me, travel is like about like having the opportunity to just live in the present moment, and like yes, experience other cultures, yes, go and see things that you wouldn't typically see in the country that you're from. However, like I just got here, I'm incredibly jet lagged, I'm tired. I'm staying here for free. I had not planned to come here, besides the fact that it was where I was flying into and I could stay for free. I've been to the Netherlands before. I haven't been to this part. I've been to Amsterdam only before this. So yeah, there was a ton of opportunities where I could have taken day trips, and I could have done this and this and this, and like an autistic person could do that and should do that, like take the opportunity. But like as an autistic person, like I kind of need to travel at a more slow pace. Like last trip that I did, like it was pretty fast paced. I saw so much stuff, but at the same time, like there are days where I don't do anything besides like go to McDonald's and watch Netflix in my hostel bed, and that is just how it has to be. Like I need a safe food, and I need to just like be horizontal and just like not speak to anyone, and not like try and like travel, because travel is like anxiety inducing for me. It's not easy, it doesn't come naturally. Like, is it a special interest and do I love it, and like is it great? Yes, but also it's not like, I don't know, it's just like I'm not autistic. Like I am autistic, and I do have like needs that I just like can't ignore. I feel like travel sometimes highlights a lot of those problems, and I just feel like when I am paying attention to like a travel influencer that is not autistic versus like myself, sometimes I feel like, oh, I'm not doing enough. Like I'm going to all these beautiful countries and I'm not seeing everything, I'm not tasting every food, I don't know, sometimes it just feels like I'm traveling incorrectly. And I just like, if you struggle with this like guilt of like how to travel correctly, like I also struggle with it, and like you can't travel incorrectly, you know what I mean? Like if I don't want to go to like some fancy schmancy restaurant and try like a food that I probably won't like I'm not going to. Does that mean I'm like never gonna go and try new foods? No, of course not. Like when I'm in a new country, like I want to try a food that they're known for, but is that gonna be like an everyday thing? I'm not a huge foodie. Like I'm not, like, you're never gonna come to me and like get food inspo, probably, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know, I just wanted to talk about that for a little bit and ramble on, because like it is something that I struggle with, and I deal with a lot of guilt of like I'm traveling incorrectly, because I have to make sure that I'm not burning myself out and having shutdowns and meltdowns, and it can be exhausting. It's incredibly worth it. This is not me complaining, because I am so fucking grateful that I am here and able to live the life that I do. But like with that being said, like there are things that I do struggle with, so I just wanted to talk about them because they are on my mind. Anyways, gonna smoke, maybe go to the grocery store. Yeah, try not to cry, because I just also, when I'm staying with another person, I feel like there's pressure to travel how they like to travel. Like she's very go, like let's go out, let's go. I'm not. I like to go out with people I meet at hostels, but like this feels different because this is a girl with like an established friend group at her school, so it's like it's a lot different. Anywho, I digress. I ramble. Get used to it. Just made it to Brussels, Belgium, which is my 12th country of the year, which is insane. It's my 18th country ever. I cannot believe I went from 6 to 18 this year. I just got to my hostel. It's really nice. I had a long day. My bus was supposed to get here like 3 hours ago, and now it's 4 o'clock. Really haven't eaten much today. I'm gonna go and try and find food. I kind of want to get an early night tonight. I'm just tired. Like, jet lag has honestly kicked my ass. And then I need a shower. I smell so bad. I'm only here 3 nights, which I don't feel like is ever enough time to fully see a city. It's just not. But this was definitely an expensive hostel. I think it was 44 a night, which like is definitely the most I've ever paid. I think I'm gonna go Brussels, Bruges, I think that's what it's called, and then Antwerp because, sorry the lighting, Antwerp because I have my Louis Tomlinson concert. And yeah, and then I have my meeting for the World Packer Switzerland opportunity on Monday, so fingers crossed for that. Yeah, that's just my update. I feel like I'm doing more updating than actually vlogging, and I apologize, but today wasn't very interesting. I said goodbye to my friend, left the Netherlands, got on a bus, sat in a lot of traffic, slept most of the way, and now I'm here. Funny part about traveling is I had absolutely no idea that this was going on today. It's like an African day, and I don't know, I just went and got some plantains. They're good. I need to like... That's all I got though. It has been secured. I am so excited because today I'm doing like a chocolate making class and like a tasting, and obviously I'm in Belgium, so I feel like I had to do a chocolate making class. I'm really excited. I've never done anything like it. I booked it on Get Your Guide, which is like my favorite way to book tour guides and stuff like that. Goal is to one day be sponsored or at least have a partnership with Get Your Guide because I genuinely use them for everything. So I booked through them and I'm doing that at 5 p.m. It's like noon now. I like woke up. I slept in a tad. I'm still a bit jet lagged. I did some work. I watched The Golden Bachelor, which is so cute. And now I'm just gonna walk around. I think I'm gonna go try and get some French fries. I took half of an edible because also my appetite has been fucked since being over here, so hopefully that helps a bit. You guys know I am gluten-free and I think this might kill my stomach. I'm gonna take maybe 1 or 2 gluten pills and just hope for the best. That's why I got the Coke Zero to wash down my gluten pill. But that looks really good, and I can't go to Belgium and not get a Belgian waffle, even though I'm sure they have gluten-free Belgian waffles, but whatever. Okay, let's... I don't know why I got this one instead of like a chocolatey one. I don't know. But I really like it. chocolate making class, which was super cool. I did not make any friends. I just stood there alone at the table because everyone around me was speaking like French, and I was anxious, I don't know. But it was really outside of my comfort zone. Really glad I did it. Didn't get any footage in the shot because I feel like everyone just put away all of their belongings. I took out my phone occasionally, but I was really the only one that did that. But I wanted to do like just a little haul of the stuff that I made. Very cool. First off, we made like little chocolate shapes of things. I don't know, I tried to make like hearts and circles and such. And then I also made a chocolate bar. Very cool. M&M's, sprinkles, cinnamon. It's got like the engrave. I don't know. Really cool. And then we also got to make truffles. Also quite cool. I don't know, it was a really cool experience. I booked it on Get Your Guide. It was 45 euros. Belgium is definitely not a cheap country. Definitely need to do a World Packers experience because I kind of have enough money, but I also kind of like don't want to spend my entire savings account on this trip. So I need to do it because Belgium is eating at my savings account, but it's worth it. YOLO.